Hello. Good morning. Look at this pretty girl. Hello, honey. Good morning. Hello friends, today I'm going to be doing a vlog on what I'm working on over the holiday season. I'm going to be working on different lanterns and things for the holiday season. My new designs for Johanna Parker's launch on December 6th. I have all the lanterns made. Let's go over there and I'll show you what they look like. I have a bat ready to go and a little ghosty boy. And then probably like one of her little, let me hold this a little bit better. We'll be making her little pumpkin. Then I have a few other things like molds. That's what I'm working on right now. Guy here. My last reindeer. Take this guy out of the mold. He's out. Okay, so let's go get him cleaned up. Okay, so I have a little bit of extra material left over, so I'm going to open up this mold and hope that it is done. Yay! So that I can make another ornament. Yeah. These guys are super cute. I love making them. They always turn out great and they work for like basically you can use them for any season. We have Christmas ones, we have Valentine's ones, Halloween, Summerween. That's the great thing about a lot of Johanna Parker style is it translates easily into different seasons. So people that are like me out there who really love Halloween and live Halloween all year long, we're able to do that because we can use Halloween characters in the summertime. In the spring, like goats and bats and kitties. So it works out very well. I'm also like, I'm sorry I haven't been uploading a whole lot lately, y'all. It's just like, my dad passed away last year. It really like, I feel like we only have so much of a ability to handle like trauma and stress and things like that. And me with like my current situation with my stepdaughter having epilepsy and constantly like in and out of the hospital with different things, the stress of losing my dad who was like, he was a huge part of my life. When I was, you know, growing up, he was the one that took me everywhere, and he was the one that I always went to whenever I needed help or had a problem or had a question. You know, like a lot of my core self I could attribute to him and the way that he viewed life, and it's just not having him here to talk to, or, you know, like, call on him when I need help. It's been really hard, and making that adjustment to doing things the way that I do now is very difficult. And since I have autism, I don't do very well with change, and it takes me a lot longer, I feel like, than most people to kind of like readjust, if that makes sense. Because I have a very set way of like, here, there we go. I have a very set way of doing things. I typically do everything like on schedule. I eat the same breakfast every day. I like my yearly events. I set up my Halloween. I set up my Valentine's. I set up everything like in a certain way on a certain date. And it takes me a long time. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it just takes me so long to adjust to things and get back to feeling like a sense of normalcy. Than I feel it takes like most people. And it's definitely like, it's frustrating. Like, I'm frustrated with myself because I can't pivot like as quickly as what most people can, and it makes it harder for me to like, I'm not trying to say that like I have it harder than everybody, because I don't, but it does definitely like make it harder for me to get back on track and back on schedule. And it definitely like hurt my business this year, and I'm looking forward to next year, because next year I'm going to be doing things a lot differently. And I feel like since I've been through a whole year of not having my dad, that I'm starting to like slowly get back on track and I feel like I'm more able to like have a better schedule and things like that. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, yeah, like I'm starting to get to where like I'm moving into the acceptance stage of like not having him around. So I'm hoping that like very soon I'll be able to, I think next year's going to be a better year for me, and I feel like things will be more on track next year, and I'll be able to accomplish what I want to accomplish. So thank you to everyone who's like stuck around, even though like I haven't been posting like I should, which, you know, I constantly like guilt myself on that. But like, all I can do, like I've learned this year has taught me that I only have two hands, and I only have like one body, and I can only do what I can do. And trying to stretch myself as thin as I've stretched myself in the past years is just no longer going to be something that I'm capable of doing, because my plate is so full and I can no longer add anything. So with that in mind, I'm going to be doing things differently in life and scheduling things differently, and not going at it as hard as I've gone at it in the past, and taking more time for myself, allowing myself to relax and recoup from things, because I never do that. I never have done that in the past. I've always just gone. I've always been the yes girl. Anytime anybody needed help, I'm there. Even if you don't ask for it and I see you struggling, like I'm always that one that steps up and like, hey, I'm here to help you. What can I do? And I've learned now, like this year, that I have limits, and I'm going to be taking it a lot easier on myself and not taking on as much projects as I used to. So I don't know if that makes sense, but like I just wanted to share that. Like it's been hard, and I'm getting back on track, and things are going to be better, and I'm taking on less this year, which is going to make things better. And I hope you guys enjoy the type of content I'm going to be putting out next year, because I'm super excited about it. Okay, so when I'm making stuff, I always make myself like a little list here. Let me flip it around, that'll be easier. Hold on. All right, when I'm working on lanterns and things, I always make myself a list, and as I get things done, I just mark them off of my list. So I'm done with all of those. These down here, I have another Etsy shop. These guys right here are cinnamon snowflakes and cinnamon stars that I have to work on this week. And then up here I have, I make Nightmare Before Christmas, like Elf on a Shelf dolls. So that's what these are for. Fall always comes late in Texas. We're into December and the trees have just barely started to change color. Look at me and my girl to go pick up Jameson from school. It's really pretty though. Alright, so I bought some new skull molds. Normally, like, I make my own molds, but like this time around I decided to buy some. And I don't know how, like, I don't know if they're gonna come out because this like silicone's super stiff. And when I had initially tried, they kind of bent and got weird, so maybe, I don't know. I feel like this might be a fail. I don't know. I'm gonna try like, see, just like pulling it. Maybe if I can get it to like release, I can just push it out from the top. I don't know. It worked. Okay, so again, like molding paper mache. I can't stress this enough. It's not easy. There's a lot of cleanup and it's very frustrating, but that came out pretty good. So let's try this guy and see if we can get him. It's a moment of truth. Come on. Can you please? Will you please? Just, come on. Oh, okay, hold on. I like this skull because it looks like the skull from Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland. Better than my other skull. He's got some like definite like, all right, Pirates of the Caribbean vibes. Yeah. Open this guy up with some scissors. And then we'll just glue this bad boy together. Let's get some glue. I like to put the mold halves together while they're wet still, because it makes it easier to smooth it. Because when the fibers and stuff get like stiff in there, it makes it where it's like near impossible to smooth the seam. Oh boy. Actually, you guys, this is gonna be really good, I think. Hold on here. Alright, so just going to smooth this seam. He sits like this, and I'm gonna like use this as a template to cut a top out here. So what I'm gonna do is just score it a little bit here, all the way around. there. And then come back in here. We'll cut. So I think that's good. And I think I'm also gonna I think I'm gonna cut his eyes out so he can be like lit up as like a lantern. Cool. So that's how he looks, which is sick. I love the way he's looking. I can't wait to like get him finished and get him all sanded. 1 and 2. Yeah. When I talk about the difficulty of making lanterns, I'm not trying to discourage y'all from making art. Like, I'm legit not. I would rather y'all pick this style up and start doing paper mache this way. I'm just trying to let y'all know that it's a very difficult process, and sometimes when things are too hard to get started, a lot of people get frustrated and then they just don't want to art anymore. They don't want to work in that medium, or sometimes it'll just turn them off completely to being creative, and I don't want that to happen. I just want y'all to know that if you guys do pursue to try to learn or teach yourself how to do this process, that it can be done. It's just harder than just hand making it yourself, if that makes sense. And there are a lot easier and more efficient ways of doing this. It's just, this is the way that I like doing it, and I like making them look the way that they used to look back in the day. In order for me to achieve that look that I'm going for, this is the process that I have to do for myself. But if you guys were to try to look up the patents and make your own composite, have at it. It's just very difficult to do. So I'm trying to keep you from getting discouraged, if that makes sense. If you guys like the video, please make sure you hit the like button. If you guys want to see more of my content, please make sure you hit subscribe. It's somewhere, you know. Thank you all for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next one.